Okay, this section goes along with
lecture goes along with Chapter 9, Section 3
on payroll deductions for Social Security and Medicare.
Some additional
pretty straightforward
payroll
this unit.
Deductions.
One of the things I'd like to caution you with, though, is part of your assignment each
their employees
unit is to read the chapters.
So number 2
there are 3 chapters
is a mirror of number 1 that's already detailed
before you do the assignment is always to read the section. And that is
number 2,
because not only do you get the background
Fandango
information
Furniture Manufacturing
for the business
Company has
side,
40 employees on the assembly line,
to
each with a gross
the
earnings of
various types of
$325
problems that are being assigned.
Part A, what is the total Social Security and Medicare taxes that should be withheld from the employee's paycheck
so you
each
can
week?
apply the correct mathematics
first off,
to the
we
problem
have
that they're asking.
325 per week.
The first
and
number
we
1
have
there is
40
a
employees.
straightforward
So how much
calculating Social
is that?
Security and Medicare tax.
325 times
So the tax rate
40
is 6.2% for Social
it's
Security.
just simply
Medicare
going
is
to be, then we
1.54.
put that on the calculator.
Now you'll
So
notice when you read that there is a
40
base
So our
wage.
gross then
you
is
get
going to be
taxed up until that wage is reached, and then after that they don't tax
each
you
week.
anymore.
Okay, now we did our taxes
for Medicare.
computed
There's no
Social Security and
limit.
Medicare
So no matter
in
how
our
much
last
you make,
section.
you're always going to pay into
And
Social
if you
Security,
remember,
Medicare.
Social Security
Okay,
is
so
as
number
a decimal
1 there
point,
is
their
their
example.
example 2. They've just simply
And
converted
Medicare
the percentage to a decimal.
as a decimal is
Both ways
0.0
multiplied,
1,
and that's where they got
5.
those numbers. Okay, so we're just going to times those
in
just like what we did
number
before. 2.
So when we do that on our
We notice
calculator,
it says
then
what are the
we'll
Social
move this
Security
over
and
here
Medicare
down here a little
for
bit, so
an
we can see
executive whose annual
all the
gross
numbers.
is 118,000.
So we would have
430.
13,000.
Well, one of those
times
nuances was right up here.
0.062
Okay, with the
equals
base wage. So even though he's made $118,000, he only
per
gets
week.
taxed
Okay.
on 113,700.
And then it would be,
So
again,
it doesn't
our
matter that he made more than that.
times
He's only going to get taxed. We're going to change that to a decimal and multiply. Now, because he has no limit, he's going to have the 118,430.
Pretty straightforward. And then the second part then is, okay, so
for the full amount here,
for the first
because there's
quarter.
no limit. Okay?
So now that you
these
have
are just calculator
these numbers
problems again, because
So
this is
just
for 1
simply
week. Moving back over Social Security, put it on our calculator, so we have
abbreviate that med.
137,188.50. Okay, and a quarter times, just like it says, so it's a quarter of a
0.062
year though, so that's going to be 13, so 7,000.
weeks. Okay.
49.
So again, if we just plug those into the calculator,
that over here,
so
and
we
we
would
would
have
have
our
this side of the page here.
I'll just
A little bit here, so you can kind of see that.
806
And then the 118, 118,
13
430 for his full amount would be
times
10,015, 10,004, 117, 78. You're going to round up, and then the government's always going to want that extra half penny, so they're always going to round up.
Medicare
there, and then they
tax,
just simply add these two.
5 times
613,
245.
Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. Nothing fancy here. Just remember
So,
that to read the section, because those
Again,
little
it's pretty
nuances
straightforward. They're
that
not
help
trying to
you
trick
do
you or
the
do
chapter.
anything weird here. Okay, the
It's
bottom,
just making sure you're
then they're
reading through
asking
the
you
problem
to
and
figure
doing
out
what
what
it's
it's
Social
asking
Security
you
and
to do.
Medicare tax.
So let's continue
Again,
our
it's the same
discussion
thing
here.
we're
Let's
doing
look
up
at
here.
number
You're
6.
just going
It's a
to
slightly different
current
problem.
month. He's not over any
Now this-
limits, so
I
Social
picked this one
Security
because
is
it
going
says
to be
Lee Sutherland is a self-employed
1540
electrical consultant. Now, from your
times-
reading, you know that self-employed
Again,
has a
right,
different
0,
tax rate
62.
for both Social Security and Medicare.
Oops, I missed.
So the
I
self-employed
missed my
tax
zero,
rate for
so
Social
I'm just gonna
Security
clear that out. 154
is 12.4%, or as a decimal, 1.24, and for Medicare,
Okay, so
2.9%, again as a
$95.48.
decimal,
And
0.029.
Medicare tax.
Okay?
And again, it's
So
going to
those
be
are
on his
different rates
current
for
month, so
self-employed. Again, that's part of that
1540
reading assignment
times
that I always
right,
strongly suggest you go in
45
through nice and slow so you get all those
equals
little nuances.
$22.
So now we're just going to plug in his yearly
so
amount.
It's pretty straightforward. They're not trying to trick you. It's just plugging the numbers in, doing it on the calculator, right? Now this last one, he's got
So
145.
we plug it into the calculator. We would have
145,000. His current month is 12,450.
And again,
Okay,
straightforward.
but he's reached that limit.
Here, just
Remember, from
simply
up
plug
here,
it in.
he's already there. So he doesn't have any Social Security tax anymore, because even if he's already there,
Again,
he's
nothing
already reached
fancy,
his limit.
nothing weird here. It's
Before.
just simply making
he
sure
got
you're
cut off on
applying
that.
the correct.
Now remember, when you're doing your problems, let's say that he had
to what we're doing.
He had only his gross earnings were
I picked number 12 to demonstrate.
up to that, and
Looks
then
a lot
that next
like
month he
another one of
crosses,
your problems
so he's
right
only
on the other
then
side of it.
taxed on that remaining.
It has a number of parts to it, so I just thought we'd go slow and easy through the
until
parts
he gets
here
to the limit, and
Okay,
make sure
so
we've got
once
everything.
he gets
And
there,
what we're
he's
doing
done.
into
Doesn't
these
have any more
problems. But he would still have
So Long
Medicare
Beach
tax.
Limousine
So,
Service has 166
plug that in.
workers and gross payroll 154,330 per
0.
week. It's a lot of money. Fringe benefits are 4.5% of the gross payroll for 6
And
days.
again, they're going to round up.
Maternity.
The government's going to want that half
7.4 for health insurance,
53.
3.1 for
Right.
retirement fund, and
So it's
26.70 per
straightforward. They're not
employee.
trying to trick you.
For
Just
a
have
stock
to make sure
purchase
you
form.
understand
So what
where
is the
to apply
weekly
the
fringe?
limits, and then if
Okay,
there is
so it's weekly
money
is
that's
always gonna
over
be
that
this
limit, you only get taxed on that
amount
difference.
right here. So
Okay.
154,
The next page or the next
330
section is applying.
times. So the first one that talking about
Reading how to
is
read a table.
gross payroll for 6 days
so
maternity.
this is
leave.
out of the textbook
Now,
here.
this is kind of a strange way
We're
to
just
do it.
going
A
to
lot of times
go over
business
that. I
will
won't
just
do
set
any
a
certain
certain
problems,
amount,
but just make
but
sure
they're
we're
doing a
all
percentage
occasionally
each week.
reading the
So as a
table.
decimal, we need to
So
convert
if your
that
wages
back over,
are at
remember,
least
so that's gonna be
750,
0.045,
but not more than 760, so that $10
Okay.
range. Here are the number of
when we
withholdings.
crank that in on the
So
calculator,
0,
we're
1,
going to get
2,
6,
probably 3, probably the
9,
most common ones.
4,
This is the amount
85.
your
These are
income
days.
tax to be withheld. Okay, so this
Okay.
is just how to read the table.
And the
So
next
you go
thing
down,
here, they're talking
the
about
more you make, the more you get
7.4%
taxed
for health
of course.
insurance.
So here,
again,
like
we're
1,000
still
to 1,010.
using our weekly
If you have
total.
0 withholdings, you have to
change that
take
to a
out
decimal, right?
$186.88.
And then we're going to put it in our
The next
calculator.
page, this is on weekly.
11,000.
Next page is monthly, so
420,
you have to decide
42.
which the problem is going to
It's
ask
gonna
you
be
both
for
weekly or
insurance.
monthly, so you have to make sure you're on the right page in order to determine the tax.
Trying
and
to
then
rack
you're just
up for the
going
employee,
through,
isn't it?
finding where
Next
it is,
number is
and writing it down.
3.1% for the
So
retirement
they've done the math
fund.
for you. You don't have to do anything. You just have to read the table.
Moving it over to 0.0.
So again, it's pretty straightforward. Just make sure you're using the right table and
myself
with
more room
all
there.
the sections.
Okay.
Please
Again, we're
read
just
the sections.
multiplying
They're
through.
good information.
4,007, 84, 23. And that's going to be retirement. Okay. And last, they have a stock option plan, 26 per employee. So this is a set amount. It's not off of the gross. It's per employee. So we have 2670, and we had 166 workers. So that's applied a little different. So you have to just kind of make sure we're catching those, like I said, little nuances. And again, on a calculator, we're just going to punch that in, and we got 4, 4, 3,